Hi and welcome to Reseller News Brief. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is September 1st, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and you come back for more. Today, as you know, you might have heard the news that Hurricane Ida is on its way, and this is a website that I came across and I want to share it with you. Plus, we're also going to go to the eBay community chat board, and you could also see more information on that as well. And I highly recommend that if you are a newbie that you do check into the community chat board whenever you can. If you could do it daily, that'd be great. If not, at least once a week, just to keep abreast of what's going on in the changing eBay world, I should say, if you want to call it that. But anyway, let me give you the URL to this site here. It's www.eseller365oneword.com. Okay. This story came out August 31st, 2021. If you notice, whenever I do the reseller news or reseller news briefs, I always like to throw the dates out there to keep you guys abreast of what's going on. And I also like you to know that it's the most current information that I can put out for you guys. And when it gets handed down to me, I'm going to pass it on to you. Again, the information I supply here is from viable websites, and I want you guys to be abreast of what's going on. So it also will help you be ahead of the curve as far as what's going on when it comes to stormy weather or inclement weather like we're having or going to be having soon enough. It'll keep you in the know. So without further ado, let's read a little more into this here. It says this story was posted, like I said, August 31st, 2021. It says eBay introduces seller protection for those impacted by Hurricane Ida, and basically the information is pulled off of the eBay website as well. But it goes on to say here, eBay has announced a range of protections for sellers' accounts that are currently being affected by Hurricane Ida. In instances of natural disasters where the survival is the highest priority, seller metrics really get pushed down in the priority list. Sorry about that. In order to protect the seller's accounts, eBay has introduced measures to ensure that any sellers affected will not be penalized due to the ongoing emergency. It goes on to say here, this isn't the first time eBay has taken such actions. Back in 2018, they introduced similar measures to protect sellers that were impacted by Hurricane Michael. Now, I'm not going to read all of this here. I gave you the URL, and I'm hoping that you'll pick up where I left off. But just to read a little into it here, I'm paraphrasing and skipping down here. It goes on to say, if you are involved in an eBay transaction with a buyer or seller in affected areas, please note their ability to communicate or complete your transaction may be delayed due to severe conditions. We encourage you to be patient in this matter, both throughout the transactions, when providing feedback, and after your item arrives. As a seller, you do not need to worry about your seller performance. If your business is impacted, eBay will automatically protect your seller performance, including your late shipment rate, your invalid tracking upload rate, item not received, cases due to late delivery, as long as you upload the tracking and have a physical scan from the carrier before the case was opened. We will remove any associated negative and neutral feedbacks, and these cases will not impact your service metrics rating. You do not need to contact customer service at this time. Please stay safe. As always, thank you for selling on eBay, the eBay team. Again, you could check this out here. The reason I'm putting this out there is because I think some sellers, like myself, a while back before they came out with all the seller protections, I was very concerned. Being a power seller and top-rated seller plus, I want to maintain a good reputation on eBay, and I want to provide good service to my buyers, because my buyers are my number one priority in this platform here. Especially being on eBay for over 20 years, I want to maintain that reputation as well. So anyway, that is the site I wanted to share with you. The other one, if you want to read a little more into it, you go to the eBay community. You can go there by typing https://community.ebay.com. It'll bring you to this window here. When it comes up, now this is eBay's site. The other one, I guess they pulled the information off, or I don't know if that's an affiliate with eBay or if eBay owns that site. I'm not sure. It's basically, it looks like it's the same thing. But here's what you have over here. Again, it sounds like the same exact stuff I read to you. It's a little more cryptic, but it's okay. It gets to the point. But anyway, if you never really checked into the eBay community chat, you can get a lot of information here. I highly recommend you, especially if you are a newbie seller, you may want to look into this here. If you can't check it out on a daily basis, maybe weekly, see what's going on. If you come over here to the home page here, let's go to the home one, you click it on. My computer's running a little slow. As you can see, it says welcome back, shop RJ Pasini for great deals, and it's going to have information here. When you come to the home page, it's going to have the information like important information for sellers, listing luxury handbags, seller protection provided, again, by seller by Hurricane Ida, eBay standing envelope price, and so on and so forth. They have drop down menus here. You're going to also read some stories or some issues that people may have within eBay, and if you do, here is the place to come to post it. When you come down here, you're going to see these little drop down arrows here. When you go to Seller News, they're going to have the announcements. So you click announcements on here, it'll bring you to the latest announcements page. Again, it looks like it reverts back to almost the same type of information. Again, maybe a little different here and there. All right. They also got the seller update. You can read the 2021 seller spring seller update and so on. Buying and selling. You got selling. You got shipping and so on and so forth. Product categories, seller groups, community info, and the podcast. And I'm going to leave you last with this here. If you click on the eBay for Business podcast, they got good information. They got good people coming in, guests that talk about eBay and how to become a better seller as well. I highly recommend that if you get a chance to check it out. It comes out on Tuesdays. I think it's, well, we're over here on the East Coast. The time difference is a little time differentiation here, but I could always listen to the archives. And that's the thing. If you want to see, if you can't read all of them, listen to all of them, this would be 154 issues so far, or I should say podcasts. So if you're going to go back to number one, that's a whole nother story. But you could pick the ones that you want to, that sound of interest to you, and you could check it out for yourself, okay? Really good. Griff, the gentleman over here, he is an eBay employee, and he puts out a lot of good information. You can contact them too. If I'm not mistaken, over here you got questions. It says you could call. I guess that's during the live show. They got the number 888-723-4630. Or if you want, you could email them at over here, podcast@ebay.com. Now, if there's thousands of hundreds of people here, these podcasts only go like, they've ranged, I think, like maybe from some of them like 45 minutes to an hour, depending what guests they have on or what they're talking about. Sometimes they can last a little longer, but I think the most I've ever seen, from what I understand, is I think it's usually 60 minutes or under. It depends, it all depends on the topic and how deeply they get into it. But if you need to find out information, you can call in when that show is on, like I said, when it's actually live. But again, if you can't, like I can't all the time, I will go back to the archives and listen, or you could just click it on like this here, and you can get an idea what it's all about, what they're talking about. Good information. It's great. It's a great learning to learn, especially if you're a newbie thinking about selling on eBay. It doesn't get any better than this. Okay. They also have the eBay school as well. Okay. That's somewhere around here. Let's see here. Well, you could also read what's new as well, what's going on within eBay as well. Okay. The eBay school, if I don't forget, I'll drop that link down there below, and you could check that out as well. It's really good information. All right, guys, listen. I don't know if I told you, I got my check from UPS here, and I want to say one thing before I close out. If you have any issues with getting, putting the claim, I will say this just to give you a little heads up. UPS, for the most part, will pay you the shipping charges, okay? But you paid for it. That's what's good about UPS. Lastly, have all your documentations. If you're going to put a claim in, take pictures. If you got a digital camera, take pictures of the item if the box is crushed or whatever. Keep correspondence email. What helped this out here is when the buyer messaged me, it was in a note there that the item received was damaged on their end, not on my end, of course. So that also helped. So they're going to want to see document proof, that there was an issue going on with this package or whatever. Put in for it. Don't let it, don't disparage it and say, no, it's okay, I don't want to be bothered with it. This check here is for $65.49. I don't know about you, but I could use that there. So that's why I'm going to be putting that in my business banking account. But if you ever come across a situation like that with UPS, I can't say for the most part. In my situation, I was compensated for the shipping charges plus the cost of the item. Okay, they will charge. Like I said, if you have all the documentation there, what the buyer paid for it, you could. I think I did everything. Last time I think I did something with the UPS. I think I faxed it, if I'm not mistaken. But they like everything online. You could upload it. So when you take pictures and you upload it to your computer, and I'll say upload the image or documentations, it's there on your computer. You could do it, and you could just send it off to them there. It's cut and dry. I think the whole process took not even close to 2 weeks to get this money. So I'm okay with it. At least it's not a total loss. And in regards to the Postal Service, for those who follow me on here, in regards to that little Timex nature sound clock, the box was destroyed, as you could see. Well, I don't know if I talked about it, but the box was really messed up. Looked like it did smell like it had laundry detergent all over it. I don't know what happened with it, but anyway, that was a total of $15. The only thing I'm getting back from it is $4.74. But you know what? I put in for a claim. It's money, you know what I'm saying? Like I said in my other videos, I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur. That $4.75 or whatever, 74 cents, that will pay for my 1 month's eBay store subscription, which is $4.95. It's a little under, but it'll go towards my eBay store subscription. Whenever things like that happen, folks, you could do two things if you want. You could just write it off as a loss, or if you feel it's a valid, you could put it for a valid claim, put in for it. Something is better than nothing, okay? But make sure that you have all the documentation of proof. Like I said again, if you got the package came back and the thing was all crushed, take pictures all four corners, and then when you take the contents out, if the thing is damaged, cracked in there, take pictures of that, because they will want to see that. Believe me, they're going to want to see that. And the correspondence email, like not the messaging, because we're not allowed, eBay people are not allowed to email buyers. They don't. That's forbidden, as far as I know. So, if the buyer, sent you transmittals through, the eBay messaging, keep that documentation, scan it into your computer, and then when the time comes, you got to put for a claim, and it says upload the documents. It'll be there. They usually like JPEGs. I think it was. UPS likes the JPEGs and stuff like that. JPEGs, I think PDFs is good as well. I think those are good as well, I believe. But I think they liked a lot of JPEG stuff, the UPS. Anyway, listen, that's all I got for you guys right now. I want to get out for a little bit. I'm going to deposit this check. I don't know if I'm going to do any thrifting today, any thrift store stuff. But if I do, and I do pick up any merchandise, maybe I'll share with you later on. But anyway, have a great day, and try to stay safe out there. I don't know, like I said, we expect the weather to get a little crazy around here. I'm in the east coast of New York, and the first part is I live on an island. It's a long island, and we're surrounded with a lot of water, but I don't live near the coast, thank God, because they're the ones that really get it hit. I'm more inland, which is pretty good. The only thing we get around here with a hurricane is a lot of high, it depends on the winds, how if it breaks down enough. We'll get high winds sometimes, and we get a lot of water, like a lot of, not too much flooding, because we do have a pretty good drainage system to some point in this area where I live, but for the most part, that's what usually happens. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. And again, take note of that there. Don't worry if you're a top-rated seller or a power seller like myself, worrying about getting your seller account defects. That's not going to happen. eBay is allotted for that there. In regards to storms, okay? So that's nothing you could do. That's Mother Nature, and I'm sure the buyers on the other end will understand what's going on, especially if you're living in high-impacted areas that is getting hit bad with the storms. I don't think they'd expect you to go delivering packages, and weather like that there. However, I'm waiting for this person to pay the money on here for the coffee, the white coffee Keurig coffee maker here. I messaged him. I sent the invoice twice. I'm going to send them a message now. I'm going to contact the buyer personally, but through eBay messaging, and ask if they would still like to have this item. If not, to please let me know, and if they don't, please cancel. I'd like to relist it again, because I did have people watching it. So that's the only thing that's going on right now with me. So as I always say in my closing videos, if you are thinking about selling on eBay, or you are a seller on eBay, I am wishing you guys all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.